This is Akashvani Kohima presenting our program Colors of Nagaland. Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to another edition of our program Colors of Nagaland. Today, let's say hello to this powerhouse of a woman, an engineer turned Delhi police officer, and armed with an MBA to boot, she turned entrepreneur to make financial awareness more accessible and envisions a shift in how people engage with money. In the first episode of this program, let's meet Paweii Kayina, founder of Moneybar. Hello, Pawei. It's a great pleasure to have you in our program, Colors of Nagaland. Thank you for making time for us. Before we delve into our program, Pawei, do share with us something about yourself.
Okay, thank you so much for having me here. And it's such an honor and privilege to be here as well. I'm Paweii, born and brought up in Kohima, and I love a good cup of tea whenever I have my free time, learning about new people, new culture. I'm also a very curious soul by nature, and I'm a sucker for learning. I love learning about new things. And over time, I've also realized that I'm also very purpose driven.
Okay.
So that has really shaped a lot of choices in my life.
Okay.
If you ask me, I have done my civil engineering. Later on, went to complete my master's in business administration. Then I've also served in the Delhi police for a while. And now I am here in this entrepreneurial journey. Hopefully, this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah. So that's something about me.
Okay, so I'm sure this is your calling because you're so much into it right now. Pawei, entrepreneurship must have come at an early age for you, considering the fact that you're so young. So, what was the trigger that prompted you to take up this project?
Okay, I think it should be a few years ago when I started investing myself. And I always take my own example, for that. I have completed my civil engineering, but never financially empowered. I completed my MBA, still not financially empowered. I even worked in the government job, but still not financially empowered. So when I started investing, I was so lost and I wondered what went wrong. And that was the moment it also came to my mind that financial empowerment is not equal to formal education. So that also made me realize that me coming from a lot of privileged, if this was the condition, imagine someone who was not as lucky as I have been. So that was the real trigger for me to initiate Moneybar. And also to create something that I wish existed when I began my own investing journey.
Yeah, that's so true because in our setup, in our local setup, financial literacy also to speaking of money also, we are such a culture that speaking about money, it's even an embarrassment for most people to mention of what you have, you don't have, and something money is something that is not at all discussed in any circle or even in family. Even parents, even now, do not discuss financial literacy with their children, so to speak. Now, coming to this financial literacy, the trigger that you have mentioned now,
Yes.
why financial literacy?
Okay, first of all, it was my personal journey that I just shared. Okay. And I have always realized that the usual school education does not make you ready for the practical financial life that one has to come across. That is number one. Number two, the statistics also say that the financial literacy across India is double digit. Whereas when it comes to Northeast, it is only single digit. That is the need of the region. That's why financial literacy.
Coming to Moneybar, do share about this brainchild of yours.
Okay, so Moneybar, simply put, is a community that we're trying to build around financial awareness. It has two aspects, simply. One is the community that we're building on ground, and the other is the community we're trying to build through the app.
Okay.
When you talk about community on ground, we do curation of workshops, seminars, short courses, and one-on-one consultations.
Okay.
We have collaborated with multiple bodies like the World Economic Forum, student bodies across Northeast,
Mm-hmm.
in Manipur, in Nagaland, and in Delhi. So why Delhi? Delhi because it has a huge chunk of the northeastern community residing here.
Right.
So that is our on ground work that we do.
Mm.
Now coming to the online, we
Mm-hmm.
have an app that is called the Moneybar app, which is available on your Google Play Store and your iOS App Store.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's not always easy to meet physically at one venue at one point at the same time, it
Right.
becomes very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make financial awareness a space where awareness, knowledge, information is accessible at any time, anywhere, by anybody.
Right.
And it's like a peer to peer discussion platform
Mm-hmm.
so that anybody can share their real lived experiences about money.
When you started this journey of yours, going for seminars, setting up workshops, what was the response of the people?
So I must say that the response of the people was very humbling and very overwhelming also.
Mm-hmm.
First thing because they everybody has said that it is something they have never experienced in their entire life and it
Right.
was so eye opening.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the bigger win for Moneybar is that okay, we all learn about finance here and there, right? I learn
Mm-hmm.
a thing or two about finance. But the big win for us when we saw behavioral change. And when I
Mm-hmm.
say behavioral change, I mean people started budgeting after attending one of our seminars.
Okay.
So this person wrote a testimonial on the Moneybar app saying
Mm.
that he started budgeting and he's ready to take control of his finances.
Right.
People started saving better. They started
Mm-hmm.
opening a bank account because they know the utility of it now. They know the
Mm-hmm.
why and how. So
Mm-hmm.
this I feel is the truest barometer of the resonance of how Moneybar has resonated with the community.
Okay.
Because when we see impact in the behavior,
Mm-hmm.
that is when it has truly connected with the masses.
Right.
And another one I just wanted to add here, like even during our workshops, right, we see young college kids who have come up to us with the willingness to volunteer and intern with an organization like ours. That is so encouraging for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the response has really been surreal.
So you've mentioned that your journey with this has been around 3 to 4 years, right?
Yes, approximately from ideation stage when it
Mm-hmm.
first started to launching the app and today giving workshops and seminars. Correct.
Mm. Okay. I'm sure you must have done surveys when you started this project. So, how would you rate the preparedness of people as far as their wealth or money is concerned? The mentality of the people when you went to them?
Honestly speaking, the preparedness and awareness of our people is very low, especially when it comes to finance.
Mm.
And when we lack this preparedness and awareness, then automatically we also lack the confidence to take any action, be it
Right.
small or big, when it comes to money.
Mm-hmm.
And I also see a lot of fear and
Mm-hmm.
insecurity when it comes to taking action.
Mm-hmm.
That is number one. Number
Okay.
two, like I already said, financial literacy across this region is already very low. Similar patterns have also been found out when Moneybar did its research and with the interactions that we've been able to have with people and community through all our workshops and seminars.
Mm-hmm.
We have also realized that there are so many people who are unaware and so
Mm-hmm.
few who are aware. So the balance is so skewed,
Mm-hmm.
and Moneybar is here to change that, and we are hopeful it's going to change. Because
Okay.
why I say this is because I see that eagerness to learn amongst people right now. The
Mm.
time is so ripe,
Mm-hmm.
and people are so willing to learn and do better and take control of their finances. We see that spark that has taken seed, and now
Mm-hmm.
we plan to like water it and grow consistently. So we're
Mm-hmm.
very positive about the future.
Well, listeners, that was the first part of our conversation with Paweii Kayina, founder of Moneybar. Do join us for the second part of our conversation with her in our next episode of our program, Colors of Nagaland from Akashvani, Kohima. Please like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest contents. Also, follow us on all our social media handles.